August 24th, or 23rd, I finally beat the Tower of Inevitable Failure after 3 months of grinding. For a short amount of time of over a year and a half, Tower of Inevitable Failure was my hardest tower. Wanna know why? Because instead of going for a high insane tower, I went straight to extreme, going after a Tower of Astral Eclipse. However, that soon became the biggest regret of my Ito career. Because I already told you, it took over a year and a half. It took so long that the name changed from Jito to Ito. It felt so hopeless that even my interest in this game resparking isn't enough. But in the end, even if the game keeps stomping all over me, I would keep coming back. And eventually, after many setbacks, I would finally pick up the courage to finish the tower. In this video, I beat the Tower of Astral Eclipse. So make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. August 22nd, 2023, I started grinding the Tower of Astral Eclipse. Now, since it's the first day of grinding the tower, I was stuck on floor 1 and very rarely getting to floor 2, trying to gain some consistency and learn the jumps. During that time, I noticed a very big problem. My FPS in Zone 8 and this tower is really bad. I decided to ignore it for now, hoping that it wouldn't be too big of a problem in the future. Anyways, despite all that, I still managed to push my personal best to the end of floor 2, with it stopping at the kill brick hole that leads you to floor 3. It's only been slightly over a week and the grind is already going pretty bad, with my personal best only getting pushed to floor 3, ending at the outside part. Yeah, looking back at it, it was a pretty lame way to fail. Oh, and yeah, the FPS problem is getting even worse now, which was the reason why I was playing less of this tower. Because of Zone 8 absolutely sucking and causing me to play very less, after 1 month I finally made it to the selection floors. I went for the yellow floors because who in their right mind would go for the blue floors if they're grinding Tower of Astral Eclipse as a new hardest? God, I wish someone told me about the blue floor skip back then. Because I didn't practice much, I ended up dying to the yellow elevators. Some days later, I created a strategy for this jump in floor 3 that I don't like, and that was enough for me to get consistent at reaching the selection floors every run now, since this is my only roadblock of the green floors. With this newfound strategy, I was able to break my personal best 4 times in the same day, along with getting a new personal best at the red floors, ending it at the floor 9 lodges. By 14th of November, I made it to the final stretch 2 times in a row actually. Unfortunately, both runs didn't make it too far, as the first run, I fell from not jumping off the truss instead of just getting off for some reason. And the second final stretch run was lost due to me getting flat set on the first jump. By this point, my consistency is booming, being able to reach the red floors every run at this point, except for when I choke at the yellow floors. But most of my runs will now end on the red floors. Unfortunately, this was the peak of me grinding this tower back then, as I ended up failing the final stretch 2 more times to getting this button. Yeah, you're hearing it right. I have 3 final stretch runs that were lost to getting this button, and that's still my personal best. In which at that point, I got really frustrated along with the FPS spike, so I stopped playing as much. And that alone is enough to cause me to lose my consistency. The next time I came back to grinding this tower, my consistency was destroyed, everything was dead now. It got so bad that I wanted to just skip extreme and go to terrifying, even though I could have done a different extreme tower. Don't worry, I didn't get too far, as I only got to floor 3 of impossible movements. And after that, I just turned around and never looked back on this game again. Somewhere in September 2024, I found a way to stop the lag spikes. However, that's still not enough of a push for me to get back to grinding that tower, so my progress remains stagnant. In May 2025, my friend out of nowhere was suddenly grinding Tower difficulty chart, and after over 3,000 minutes, he finally did it. When he was grinding this tower, I joined him when he was grinding, and he suggested that I go ahead and finally finish off Tower of Astral Eclipse for good, since I was already so close to finishing it, instead of trying to grind a completely different tower with 0 experience, which yeah, I didn't even get too far honestly. Yeah, I decided it's time to actually go back and finish the tower. Back to the slammer we go. This is my only footage of 21st May, so I'll just use this. So on 21st May, I reached the red floors, but I accidentally deleted every other footage, so here's the only one that I preserved, which is me rage quitting at Godspeed. So let's just start at 22nd May instead. With a heavy but hopeful heart, I went back into Tower of Astral Eclipse. For my first run after so long, I managed to make it to the yellow floors, which is, it's not too far, but it is a good start to getting all my consistency back after losing it all. After a long loop failing of easy jumps, I eventually rage quit and immediately joined back, not learning my lesson or not taking a break at all. Which I didn't even make it far at all, and I rage quit again after a few more rage quitting. I finally managed to make it to the red floors again, and I actually made it to the final stretch. And you wanna take a guess on how I fell? My 5th final stretch run, my personal best has not been changed at all, and I've failed this jump 4 times now. Because of that fail, I didn't really play much the next day, so I only got to here. The furthest I got was to floor 10, failing this easy jump. The next day, my friend tagged along with me to go back home after the school events that we had, and he said he wanted to see me play, so I tried my best, but this is the furthest I got again. And I didn't play for the rest of the day because I didn't feel like getting mad again.
Okay, why'd you rage quit then?
Because I fell. No, that was an outside. There was no net on the outside. After a few more attempts that didn't go far, I eventually stopped for the day. Before leaving, however, he told me that I'm really close and I would finish it soon, and he really wanted to see me finish it. And that's coming from him who hates obbies with his guts. So now I'm trying to beat this tower not just for the sake of my pride, but also for my friend over here. And so I started grinding even harder than before. I had many floor 10 runs today. One of them would eventually reach the final stretch again. This time, after looking at guides probably more than 8 different times, I managed to figure out how to do the button jump correctly. And so I passed it. And I've always told myself that I can fluke this whole final stretch after I pass that button jump. And well, was I correct? Well, probably not, because I ended up throwing this launch orb jump. So what happened was that I didn't see the platform, so I tried going back to the launch orb, but it was too late by then and I fell. 27th May, I had a lot of final stretch runs, but this is the first run. The next final stretch run, I managed to pass my personal best and then fail this easy jump. And now, after failing the next jump after that, I present to you Tower of Astral Eclipse completed.
wrist hurts. My wrist hurts. 9th fucking final stretch, 4th final stretch run of the day, and 9th final stretch runs in total. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, I win! I fucking win. I fucking win.
Don't see the connection. The developers at PAX didn't create the system, the publishers did.
And that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed this, consider pressing the like button so more people can enjoy this like you're enjoying it right now. Oh, and I will be grinding to catastrophic, or maybe I will go higher if I'm really bored. So yeah, this is basically the start of my road to catastrophic journey. So yeah, I'll see you in the next Ito video if you're an Ito viewer. And yeah, goodbye.